Hey guys, hello. I will just check my camera and maybe someone else wants to join. So we'll wait a little bit to make sure it's steady and straight. So, wait, sorry, I have to put it a little bit closer. Yeah. So those of you who are watching this live, you have the benefit of asking questions right away. So, but before we start, why I decided to make this class, because nowadays we have this amazing opportunity to connect with people all over the world, and this is how I wanted to do this, because this is how I can connect more people, not just the ones that are here in Riga, but also with those of you who are in a different part of the world, and I think it's amazing. And I wanted to do a class and to gather a little bit more help to Ukrainian people right now. I'm sure you're watching the news. I'm sure you know what's happening. And I don't want to talk about this too much because we have to train today as well. But this fundraiser is directly to Ukrainian people. You can see where you're donating. You can check the fundraiser. It's legit. So, and I wanted to do this like you can donate directly, not the money comes through me and then I decide where and how everything happens, but you can donate whichever amount you like, and it goes right away where it has to go. Because right now, those people need our help. Here in Latvia is peaceful. Hopefully, it will stay that way, and that's why we have the opportunity to help, because right now we are in a good situation, more or less. So, okay. So I'm guessing most of you who wanted to join are joining. The good thing about, hey, I do Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Your classes helped me tremendously. All the best for you. I'm so happy to hear that. I'm so happy to hear that. Haven't done a live class a while. I think the last one was stretching class as well. I decided to make a stretching class also because this is how people who do not access the pole in their homes, for example, can actually do this class along with me as well. And I know how difficult it is to stretch on your own, and especially with the exercises we're going to do today, it's very hard to do them by your own. So it's very good that we're kind of doing this together today. This class might be a little bit longer than an hour and 15 minutes because I decided to combine both splits in one class. Those of you who might know, I usually choose one split and focus on specific parts of the body so we can actually pay more attention. But right now we're going to try to access all the parts of our body today, including a chest and shoulders, our hip joints, middle splits, front splits, and so on and so on. So if you're joining me today, I hope you can donate the little amount you can donate, or whatever amount you'd like to donate to Ukrainian people. I will just say this once more. I would be really, really, really grateful for you to actually share this with me as well. And yeah, so. Oh, yes, what I wanted to say once more, that the class will have unlimited access. So the recording will stay in my YouTube channel. So you can do the class even if you're not live or you do not have time or you have to run somewhere. You can finish the class later because the recording will stay in my channel. Okay, and you can ask questions. I will try to see and answer if you have any questions about some positions. If you feel like you need an alternative for some kind of exercises, just ask. And I will try to notice the question and answer the question. So we're gonna start. I think we can start. Yeah. So Great. You can put on your own music if you like. I have no music here, just so I can focus on you guys and so you can hear me better so you don't have the extra sound somewhere else. We're going to start with a cross sitting position. We're going to cross our legs and we're going to take the leg that is the not comfortable leg into the front. You know, I usually sit with the right leg in front. Right now, I'm choosing to sit with the left leg, okay? And I'm taking my butt meat aside. So I'm actually on my butt bones here. So I can feel a nice connection to my spine as well. So try not to round your back here. Just try to make sure you're sitting straight. Your shoulders are slightly away from your ears. So you're not like this. Try to relax. And we're going to do 5 deep inhales and exhales before we start. So just you can close your eyes. You can stay with your eyes open if you like. I'm going to close mine so I can focus on my breathing. And I'm going to inhale deeply and exhale. While you're breathing, try to make sure your breaths are long and calm. So you're trying to inhale as long as possible and exhale for as long as possible, okay? Just 5 deep inhales, exhales. And while you're doing this, make sure you're noticing some parts of your body. For example, how does your back feel? Is your neck long? Is your head light? Are your shoulders away from your ears? Or you're trying to round a little bit? Do not change anything right now. Just try to notice these little details before we start. And let's go for the last inhale. And long, deep exhale. Nice. Let's inhale and just stretch the side. While you're stretching the side through exhale, okay, try not to lift up your butt bone from the floor to enjoy the stretch. If it's comfortable for you, you can try to look up. If no, you can look to the front as well. And now we're going to inhale again and exhale and move towards our arm that is standing onto the floor through exhale. And try to reach as far as you can with the other arm. And open up. Inhale. And through exhale, we go into the other side. Reach far. Try to extend the full arm. Extend, extend, extend. Reach, reach, reach. And now inhale and move towards the arm that's onto the floor. Through exhale, very important, so you can actually prolong your stretch. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, round. Tuck in your chin, enjoy the stretch in your spine. And once more, inhale and exhale and stretch. Try to ease your mind. You're not rushing anywhere right now. I know we're starting slow. Enjoy the little time that we have on slow movement because everything so on is going to be a little bit more difficult. Now let's inhale once more and our third stretch a little bit. And now here, reach your arms, connect your palms and move to the one side. To exhale to the other side. And come back. Great. Now move your ear to your one shoulder, to the other shoulder. Go as far as it feels comfortable. If you and try not to let your other shoulder come along. Depress the shoulder down and stretch your neck. Great. So now we go down and move the chin up. Try to close your jaw here so you can feel your neck flexor stretch as well. Once more, we go down and we go up. And we're going to go half circles. Chin moves up, down, and down. One more. Great. Half circles, chin down. Maintain deep breathing. Long exhale. And let's go full circles around. If it's not comfortable rounding your head through the back, try to make less range of motion or just do not round through the back. It might be uncomfortable for some people. And let's change direction. Great. Okay, let's move on our 4. Place your palms underneath your shoulders and your knees underneath your hip bones, okay? Open your fingers wide and exhale and round your spine and shift your weight back and forth. Enjoy the stretch in your spine. Try to notice which parts of your spine feel tighter. Usually it's the upper part of your back that mostly feels tight. So focus on that a little bit more, and you can stay a little bit forward if you want to focus on your upper part. If you want to focus more on your lower part, you can try to tuck in a little bit more here and move a little bit back. Okay, and now let's open up. You're trying to open your chest, which means you're not focusing on the arch in your lower back. You're trying to focus more on the chest opening. So make sure your shoulder blades are down and coming together and your shoulders are away from your ears. And now shifting weight back and forth. Small movements. You should feel that your tummy is stretching here as well. Maintain breathing, very important. Breathing is key. And now from here, we round, exhale, going forward. Inhale, opening up, going back. Round and forward. Inhale, back. Let's do one more. I like to keep my feet active here. And now we switch, we open up, move forward. Round, push off from the floor, back. Inhale, moving forward, round, push back. One more. Push back and to the side, big circle. I think it's important to focus on your spine a lot. So try to connect with your breathing. So once you're rounding, usually it feels better to exhale on the rounding position, like inhale on opening, exhale on rounding. If you feel like doing the other way around, let's switch direction. You can do the other way around as well. It doesn't matter as long as you're breathing and enjoying the stretch and trying to mobilize your spine, because it's also key for a nice stretching so your spine feels good and mobile. Okay, now from here we are going to move on our down dog position. Maintain your palms underneath your shoulders and your knees underneath your hips. We exhale here. Yes, if you cannot touch your heels to the floor, that's okay. Just bend your knees slightly, okay? Just make sure your tailbone is reaching for the sky and your ears are between your arms here, okay? And we're gonna walk a little bit to feel the stretch in our calves. Someone maybe feels the stretch in your hamstrings as well, or in your ankles. That's good. Just walk as slow or fast as you feel like. Now we're gonna move on to our toes. We go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And now we're moving to a plie. And 1, extend. 2, exhale when you extend to prolong that move. We go 3, 2, and last 1. Nice. Stay strong in your shoulders. Do not bend your arms. Now we're moving into our plank position. From our plank position, we bend our knees, we tuck, we round. Okay, neck is in and knees are close to the floor. So do not put them onto the floor, but they are really close to the floor. From here, exhale, extending your dog back to the plank. Bend, push, exhale, extend. Bend, push, exhale, extend. Last one. Bend, push, exhale, and back to your down dog. Now we're going to lift up our right leg, tuck in our knee, and make a big step forward between our arms, okay? Now here, you might need blocks if you feel that you're rounding your back and not creating a nice good position. So therefore you can take the blocks for your support, and we're just going to start to warm up our legs because we're going to need them warm and ready for today's workout. Make sure the other leg is nice and straight, so this will not do you no good. Extend the leg. Great. Now from here, move the weight on your front leg. Try to stay as low as you can. You can place both arms to the floor, or you can just lift up one arm as you wish. And we move in and back, in and back. Not like this. Try to stay as low as possible, full foot onto the floor. 5 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now extend the front leg. If you feel like you cannot touch the floor, and again, your back is rounding, please take blocks for your support so you don't feel like the exercise is not doing you no good, okay? You need to maintain straight back position here. Both feet are looking forward, not here, here, okay? Back is straight. You can move them a little bit closer if you like. We're gonna bend the leg behind and maintaining the front leg straight as the back, okay? And we go 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Stay on the bent leg and lift up your toes from the floor and stretch here. Now you should feel the calf muscle stretching. Breathe, move back into your lunge position. Place your both arms where in the between of your knee, where the knee inside of your knee is, okay? And now make sure you are in a plank position. So plank position means that your hips, your tailbone is in the same line or maybe a little bit, tiny bit lower than your shoulders, but not here and not here, okay? Find your line and we're gonna bend the leg and extend the leg. Make sure you're maintaining your kind of plank position with one leg forward. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So you should feel the burn in your quad here. Now we're going to put the leg down and reach with the opposite arm and stretch the leg. Breathe. Make sure you're not here. Maintain that your shoulders and hips are looking forward position. Also here you can use the block to come a little bit higher so you're closer to your leg, so it's easier to reach and stretch. If you cannot reach, it's okay to maintain the foot like this without reaching, okay? Now from here, we're gonna extend the front leg. Back is straight, use the blocks if your back is rounding, okay? Try to feel and notice the difference between this position and this position. Knee has to be straight, so start with extending the knee and then see how low can you actually go. And from here, we're gonna point and flex. Point, flex, 3 more, point, flex, point, and flex. A last one, and the foot stays flexed, and we stay 10 seconds in this stretch. Make sure you're not falling to the one side, or usually we want to fall onto the side where on which knee you're on. So try to make sure that you're not falling to one side, that you're in a straight balanced position. And from here, through exhale, through breathing out, not here, but an actual exhale, we move forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And make sure the foot is parallel to the mat, and we move onto our elbows if you can. If no, you can place the blocks and move onto your blocks and stay on your straight arms, okay? Lift up the knee, and we're going to shift the weight back and forth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Stay there. Move onto your fingertips. And we hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And open up in your side lunge position. Cossack squat, maybe someone calls this, like this position like that. Make sure you're balanced here on your full foot, okay? That means you might need to come a little bit higher so you're standing on your full foot and the hip is not falling in like this. This is not the position I would like you to be in, or you wouldn't like to be in this position. You can always come a little bit higher up to make sure your hip is open and you feel stretch where you need to feel the stretch. You can help with the arms, as I'm doing now. Full foot onto the floor. Try to make sure that the knee is looking up, okay, from here. And stretch a little bit here. Great. Move to the center and rotate towards the knee. Now see what my straight leg is doing. It is straight and moves to the outside of the foot because I am turning, so the leg is turning along with me. So you don't want to place your butt right onto the floor here and collapse. You want to turn in as much as you can and then feel a nice good stretch in your front leg. And breathe. And moving back. Place your palms underneath your shoulders, tuck, extend the leg. Sorry that my leg is going outside the camera probably here. Now bend the leg, flex the foot, and push back. Your hip is now open. Your shoulders are strong. Try to maintain position between your arms. The head is between your arms. And imagine there's a wall and you want to push that wall away. Now we're closing the hip, moving back to our down position. Make sure your dog is nice and balanced, okay? Now we lift up the other leg, tuck, step, lunge, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, breathe, 8, 9, 10, stay low, and we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Extend. Correct your position. Back is straight. Feet are looking forward, and we bend and extend. 1, 2, breathe. 4, 5, back is straight. 6, 7, 8, and we stay with the bent leg. Toes up on your heel. Stretch a little bit here. For those of you who are not very flexible in your hamstrings, you will definitely need blocks in this exercise. Okay, and we move back to your lunge position. Place your arms where the inside of your knees, okay? Make sure your plank position is nice. And we tuck and extend. Just the leg is moving. The rest of the body is standing still, holding strong. And 3, 2, 1. And place the knee down and reach with the opposite arm. And enjoy the stretch here in your quad. Keep breathing. Teach yourself to breathe. My girls that are doing live classes here in Riga, always when I say breathe, I rarely hear them breathing. Usually when you want to make deep inhales, exhales, someone will hear it. Someone should hear it because it has to be a little bit louder than you think it should be, because exhaling in your workout doesn't mean like, it's like, if you want to do strength exercise or if you're doing relaxation exhale, it also has sound, okay? Do not feel ashamed to breathe loudly. Extend the front leg, make sure your back is straight, and we point and we flex. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, last one, 8, foot stays flexed, move your arms forward. You can move yourself onto the blocks here as well. Through exhale, which means it has to have sound. Try to move deeper in your hip as much as your body allows at the moment, okay? And 5, 7, 9, and 10, and we move onto your elbows. Make sure the foot is parallel to the mat, back is straight, extend the leg, and we shift the weight back and forth. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Move on to your fingertips, and we hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Extend and move into your lunge position. I don't want to move to your back. I want to see you all. Make sure your lunge is in order, okay? If you're doing this in front of the mirror, it's probably easier for you. If not, just try to feel if your back is actually straight and you're on your full foot. Stay here, stretch a little bit more. And to the center and rotate towards the knee. I'm gonna move back so I can see you. So here now you see that my foot is not like this, because otherwise I'm kind of falling in a little bit more. I try to maintain position on my more or less full foot, okay, and where the knee is pointing, there the foot is pointing as well. So don't make sure that the foot is pointing in the same direction where your knee, okay? Stretch and back to the center. Leg between your arms underneath your shoulders. Tuck, step up, open your hip, bend and push back. Arms are strong. Breathe. Closing in. And now correct your dog. Fingers wide open, guys. Shoulders strong. Head between your arms. Your legs are hip wide. And make sure your tummy is not relaxed here. So you're not trying to relax your stomach. You're kind of trying to engage it. Not over tucking, just engaging. And from here, moving on to your toes. Round your spine through exhale. Move down. Open up your chest. Go back. We're going to do 2 more. Round, bone by bone, slowly. Exhale. Inhale. Last one. Inhale. I'm sure you can hear me breathing, which is good. Okay. And on your 4. Sorry to correct my pants. So now we're going to move on to your forearms, elbows underneath your shoulders into your plank position. Okay. Oh, yeah, I'm going to make this a little bit more complicated for you guys. Take a block, put it right between your thighs here. And while we're going to stand in our plank position, you're going to squeeze the block together, okay? Like, imagine there's something between your legs that you want to squeeze that maybe didn't come out well, okay? But imagine, just squeeze as strong as you can and move to your plank position. And your plank will be much better like this, okay? And now we're gonna move our forearm into our shoulder blades, down and up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And stay, bend your knees, extend. 1, 2, keep squeezing the block. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, and relax in your child's pose and stretch to the one side. If you're moving to your left, your right thumb is looking up to the center, and we switch to the other side. Enjoy the stretch. Push your butt closer to your heels. Reach as far as you can with the left arm if you're going to your right. Back to the center. Great. Now from here, we're going to move on to our stomach. Everyone hates these exercises, but they're very good for you. So we're going to take the block between our feet. I'm taking like this because it's a little bit harder, but the feet are hip wide position, so that's a good position to be in this exercise. So make sure your knees are not going out too much. In this exercise, your head will be relaxed. So I'm lifting my head up so you can hear me better, but you please relax your head onto your palms or leave it onto the mat. Before we start to do this exercise, I want you to tuck in. Yes. So for girls out there, you should feel that your vagina bone is kind of pushing into the floor. But for the rest of you, if you do not have a vagina, you can also think about squeezing the nut, like a nut, between your butt cheeks, or anything where you would like to squeeze with your butt, okay? If you want to squeeze something else, imagine, I don't know, a cherry tomato that you're holding it between your butt cheeks and you're trying to squeeze it real hard. And you want to hold that position here, okay? And holding that position, we maintain 90-degree position with our legs, and we go up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Head is relaxed. 7, 8, 9, 10. Relax. You're going to do 2 more sets of this exercise, okay? Again, squeeze, engage, and we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Relax. And once more, squeeze, engage, and we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Very good, guys. Very good. Now, let's do a little bit for our shoulders here. I'm using a block in this exercise because I'm doing this exercise for a very long time. So now I need to make it a little bit harder for myself. But if you feel like when we're doing external rotation in the shoulder joint here, and if you feel like you cannot lift up without doing this with your fist, that means the block has to go, and you wanna work just with your shoulder joint here, okay? So make sure you have a 90-degree position. Again, hold your fist strong like you're squeezing something again. I don't know what's with squeezing today, but we're squeezing a lot of things today. So I'm making sure that my palm and fist is in a neutral position and the work is actually happening in the shoulder joint, okay? You can do 10 times with 10 pulses. Relax your head and we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and pulse 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Again, if it was too hard for you, you can create this range of motion. You need to take the block away. Now we're taking the block away. We're opening up fingers wide, pushing our shoulder into the floor. Make sure your 90-degree position does not collapse. We move here and stretch our shoulder and our chest. The other arm is straight onto the floor. I like to put it on my fingertips and push a little bit more because I like to go deeper, but it depends on your abilities here. If you feel like you want to create more of a stretch, if your shoulder is into the floor, you can bend the leg and push the knee out a little bit more, and then you will feel a deeper stretch, okay? But this does not apply to you guys if you have a great gap between the floor and your shoulder. That means if you have a great gap here, probably just going to the side will be enough for you to feel a stretch without twisting, without hurting yourself, because you should not feel the lower back in this one, okay? Now we're moving to the other arm. I'm going to show you this from the front. 90-degree position, fist is strong, head is relaxed, and we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and pulse 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Blocks away, open your fingers, and stretch. You see my shoulder is almost into the floor. And I'm using the other arm to help a little bit more if the shoulder. But if you have a great gap, try not to create a twist in your spine here, because the focus here is just on your shoulder and your chest. Push all of your finger pillows into the floor. All of the fingers are into the floor. Great. Whew. Moving forward. Now, one more. 2 more, I'm lying. 2 more for your shoulders, okay? I want the whole of your body to work well today. So again, here, the head will be relaxed. If it's not comfortable to put the head onto the mat, you can always put the head onto the block or something, okay? And we're gonna squeeze our fists again with our thumbs like this. And one arm will be moving here, the other one will be moving out. One arm moves to the front, the other one behind your back. And they are kind of trying to reach each other here, okay? We're gonna do this with once each side. Then on a third one, both arms will rotate and you will try to make sure the connection is there. Trying to connect your fists here. Extend, make sure you're working in your end range, moving back. The same will happen to the front. Boom, extend, and then again, rotation each side, okay? I feel like this would be better shown like this, not sure, hopefully. So, and each arm moving on a different direction. End range is needed here. And boom, trying to feel like connect those thumbs. They will not connect, but they're kind of reaching each other. Extend, then only arms move, rotation. Boom, extend. And both are rotating inward, moving behind your back. Trying to connect, extend. Both are moving forward and behind your head. Extend, boom, relax. Whew. We're gonna do 2 more of this, okay? but make sure you're working in your end range. So you have to feel the burn in your shoulders, and make sure your arms are straight in this exercise. Straight arms, engaged, okay? Let's go. And each side end range. Hold your end range. Extend. Breathe. Rotation. Extend. And both arms moving to the back. Extend. And forward. Extend. And into your neutral position. Once more. The last one I will show you with my back facing like this, so you can see what happens there. And end range. Trying to connect your thumbs. Extend. Rotation. End range. And both arms rotating inward. Behind your back. End range connecting. Extend. Rotation. Behind your head. Connecting. Extend. And back. Whew. Great. Even in a sitting position, it's very difficult. So, okay. Now your shoulders should be really, really warm. We're moving forward into our Sphinx pose. So we're moving now a little bit closer to our chest. Sorry. I need some liquid. So, okay. Moving into our Sphinx position. Make sure your legs are hip wide position, okay? And your elbows are underneath your shoulders. Now we're going to tuck in our tailbone. Well, it's kind of, yeah. Well, here, the same squeeze what we did before works, okay? Nut or something between your butt cheeks. Squeeze it strong. Hold it strong. Shoulders away from your ears. Your neck is long. Your shoulder blades are moving down, and you're trying to squeeze your vagina bone, if you have one, into the floor. And fingers wide open. And we're trying to extend and hold that position. So your goal here is not to extend the arms and collapse here, or to lift up here. You want to maintain that vagina bone into the floor, okay? Do not lift up. If you feel that you need to slide your arms a little bit forward, very good. Do that, okay? Just make sure your position is in order. Your neck is long and your shoulder blades are moving down. Next thing which I want you to pay attention is where your biceps muscles are looking. Are they looking inward here, or are they looking here? You want your biceps muscle to be looking out, so your elbows are looking down. Elbows are not looking to the side, they're looking forward. Press your shoulder blades down, squeeze that nut between your butt cheeks, okay? And hold that engaged position, okay? So, hold, okay? And from here, we're gonna pull the mat underneath like this into a Cobra position, which means you want to maintain the position with your shoulders. Your elbows are not moving out there, moving as close as possible, so your shoulder blades stay down. And you can move lower down if needed until your palms are underneath your shoulders. And this is your Cobra position, okay? Now maintain the squeeze into the floor and lift up your palms. Yes. So from the front, you squeeze, shoulders are together, not here. Sorry, elbows, not here, but here. Shoulder blades down, neck is neutral. Maintain the squeeze, and we're gonna go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Relax. So you should not feel discomfort in your lower back here. If you feel discomfort in your lower back, that means the engagement wasn't there. That means you try to do a big, wider range of motion in this exercise, which made you step away from the technique. Because one thing what I always say in my girls, let your ego stay outside the doors. When you come to work out, you do not work out with your ego, you work out for yourself. So that means small movement is better in this exercise, definitely. If you're not a gymnast, or if you're already super strong and super flexible, then for everyone it will be a small movement, and that is a lot more better, so you actually have a proper engagement without doing any harm to your lower back. So, okay, from here we're gonna move forward, and place your palms underneath your shoulders. Oh no, sorry, we're gonna do once more. You're not gonna like it, but okay, let's go for it. So now from here, we have rested, and again, we're gonna engage that squeeze. Boom. Something between your butt cheeks, staying down, try to connect your palms and extend your arms here. If you can, connect your palms together as well. Maintain the squeeze. Now just lift up your upper body here, like your palms are pulling you down. Now lift up your legs, and we hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now place your palms underneath your shoulders. Palm coming up. Yes. Now from here, we're gonna move to our camel position. But before our camel chest opening position, we will do a little bit of a work as well. So sit on your heels, make sure your legs are hip-wide position. Now from here, your arms are staying here behind. You don't have to connect them. If you want, you can connect them, but also you can stay. You can let them be here. Now we are gonna tuck in here. Tuck, push, go back. So it does not have to look like this when you come up and go. You don't want to come up. You want to stay where you are, and with the help of your legs and glutes, with pushing the hips forward, you're creating this arch. So you have to hold your upper body where it is as much as you can to push yourself. Come back. Okay, we're going to do 3 more. And back. Last one. And back. So make sure you're working with this area. And this area is glutes are pushing you forward, and this is how you're creating your arching back. Okay? This is a great exercise to teach you if you're doing any kind of arching, bridges, or whatever position where you need to actually move away. If you're doing this without engaged glutes, your lower back is in danger. Okay, of course, it depends how strong your pelvis is and how strong you can hold yourself, but you need to engage your glutes, okay? So your lower back is safe, especially for those who have this thing with the back, as I do, lower back lordosis. So therefore, I have to, those are the people that have to be really, really careful with arching to engage the glutes and make sure that I don't feel any discomfort in my lower back. Okay, we are not stretching to feel discomfort, to push to the limits. Okay, push to the limits in strength exercises is better. Strengthening before arching is key. Okay, hopefully I will get my message out there. So now we're going to move to our camel position. We're going to start with engaging, of course. Here, engage. Glutes strong, push your hips forward. Now you start to push your hips forward, place your arms onto your glutes and push your elbows together. Neck is long. This is the start of your camel pose. If you feel that the hips are moving further away than your knees, very nice, and not feeling any discomfort in your lower back, good. You can try to move forward. If you feel discomfort already here and your position is here, there is no use for you to move forward. Engage where you are, okay? Those of you who want to move forward, we place the arms here and see if we can open a little bit more here, create a little bit more of arch to our upper body without making our lower back hurt. If still you feel kind of good, okay, this is good, I'm in control, then you move onto your heels or onto your blocks a little bit higher, okay? And then continue to push and open, okay? Push, glutes engage, head is not here, please. Look up, engage your neck, okay? And push. And while you're pushing here, you're still focusing on that. You're opening your shoulders, you're opening your chest, you're squeezing your glutes, you're pushing yourself forward. Yes, this is how camel pose feels like. Totally active. It's not a passive position where you're opening your chakra, okay? It's actually hard work. Now we're moving down and I'm going to a little bit stretch our lower back. Not that you feel pain, you shouldn't feel pain, but it kind of feels that you want to compensate the movement. So we're going to stretch it a little bit. Move on to the top of your head, reach your heels, and the butt moves up. If I'm correct, this is the rabbit position. If I'm correct, but who cares? It feels nice, right? So try to enjoy the stretch and push a little bit off from the floor to feel a greater stretch in your lower back, and moving back to your child pose and slowly roll up. Yes, good. Now moving forward with the puppy position, and then guys, then the legs, the glutes, and we are on to our second part of our workout, which will be the legs and the glutes and the splits, okay? Now, okay, here, we're gonna work with our shoulder opening, which is the puppy position. Puppy position is about your shoulders, not about your chest. So therefore, when we are going to move in our puppy position, you don't want to relax this. You want to maintain this tuck here, okay? You can do this on the blocks or without the blocks, whatever you feel like. With the blocks, it will feel a little bit deeper because you're further away from the floor, okay? Place the blocks in a shoulder wide position, move away from the blocks, but make sure that your knees are underneath your hips, okay? I like to keep my feet active here. Now, from here, make sure you're not doing this. Maintain. And if you can, look forward and move into your shoulders. Arms are straight, guys. Straight arms. As straight as they come. Once you move into your deepest position, you can shift the weight back to the side a little bit. To the one side, to the other side. Enjoy and hold. And stay in the center and stretch a little bit more. So my pelvis here is in control. I'm not arching. If I would be arching, it would look like this. But I'm trying to do this. Okay, I hope you see the difference. Now, round through exhale, slowly, bone by bone. Move onto your stomach. Yes. Now, from here, I'm going to take 3 blocks just to make it deeper, but 2 blocks is quite all right in this one, okay? So 2 is also good. So I'm gonna lie on the blocks. You want your blocks to be there where your shoulder blades end. So it's not about your lower back here, it's about your chest. So you are lying on your blocks so you can feel your chest here is opening, okay? Once you stayed on the blocks, you can extend the legs here, okay? Just what is very important here, when we're gonna move down and you won't have any support from your arms to your head, so try to make sure that your head does not do this. Maintain controlled neck flexors. You're holding with your neck here all the way through this exercise. Inhale. See, my neck is in control. Circle as wide as you can. Exhale. Circle as wide as you can. One more, and then we can switch direction. Circle. And now we switch. We open up. Control your neck. Come back. Open up. Come back. Last one. Open. And connect your fingers and put them right underneath your head. And now close your elbows. Exhale here. Open up. Exhale, close. Open up. Last one. Open up. And now you can stay here. Look to the sky. Your arms are holding your head, hopefully. And now we're trying to open our elbows a little bit more, closer to the floor. Try to breathe in your ribs if you can. Focus on the breathing through your ribs, less than breathing in your stomach here. Your butt is not lifting off from the floor. And from here, tuck in your chin and come up. Great. You should feel nice and loose and ready to move forward, okay? So, okay, let's move to our legs. In the next exercises, you will need some kind of a resistance band, but it's okay if you don't have it, okay? The small ones, okay? Just make sure they're not too difficult, too tight, okay? It's very good if you have more than you can choose. You will need a blanket to put something underneath your knees and something slidey. And if you might need a belt or something like this to reach your leg at one exercise that we're going to do today. So, okay, moving forward, sit straight. And by sitting straight, I mean sit next to a wall. Or if you don't have a wall, hopefully you have a wall. But if you don't want to go to the wall, I'm going to use the blocks as a wall. So I'm right now making sure that I'm sitting on my butt bones. So I'm taking the meat of my glutes aside. And I'm going to put 2 blocks here right next to my back. Right now I'm creating a wall. So I'm not pushing on the wall, otherwise the blocks will fall. So in this exercise, you do not want the blocks to fall, okay? This is how you can keep your exercise in check. So I'm going to take a resistance band and put on my ankles here. Point your toes and lift up, reach out, come back, okay? And we go 2. I'm going to sit just in the front. Keep doing this so you can see. This should be 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And we switch the other leg. 1, 2. Make sure your back is straight and blocks do not fall. 6. Keep the other leg strong. 8, 9, and 10. Okay, now you saw how far you can open the leg. Here, keep it there. And the other leg now will work. You can put your arms into the floor. Just make sure your back is straight. Now this leg stays strong. And now we're going to work with this leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And we switch. We open the other leg as far as we can, keep it strong, and now we're working here. 1, 2, 3. You can do this without the arms if you can. 5, 6, 7, and 8. Great. Now the wall moves aside, and we are moving forward. Now, okay, we're gonna do one exercise for the hamstrings as well. This is where the blanket comes in, okay? It's gonna be really tough exercise, but very helpful in the long term, of course, if you're doing this, if you're gonna do this regularly. So we're gonna put our feet on the blanket, hoping the floor is clean. I'm gonna lie down here like this, feet are onto the blanket. Now from here, sorry, I'm gonna take the mat away. Now from here, bend the legs, lift up your butt. Put your arms straight onto the floor. Now you do not want the butt to touch the floor. You're gonna extend the legs and bend the legs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, breathe, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So there can be cramping in this exercise. It can happen to some. That usually happens at the first times when you're doing this exercise, especially this one. It's very concentric to your hamstrings. That's why it can feel like you're cramping. That's normal. Just stretch it out a little bit and do your 10 reps, okay? Sorry, my mouth is dry. Moving forward, glutes and abs. Taking the blocks here. Put one block underneath your foot, okay? And the other block here, squeezing the block. The other block here, squeezing the block. What did I say just now? So the leg squeezing the block. Make sure this block is underneath your knee. Each time you're gonna lift up, exhale when we're lifting up, and I'm gonna just slightly hit my butt cheek on the exhale when my hips are lifting up, just to make sure that my engagement and the force of this exercise comes through the glutes all the way through. If you're feeling your hamstrings, that means the leg is too far away. You might need to put it a little bit closer. So your focus here are glutes. Try to feel the glutes, okay? And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, breathe, 8, 9, 10, stay up and hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You can each time hit the glutes while we're counting and holding to make sure you do not relax and that you're not going lower. The highest position is required here. And slowly moving down and switching the other leg. You can point the foot or flex the foot, whatever feels more comfortable for you, okay? Now we're going up. 3, exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, exhale. 6, 7, 8, 9. Stay up. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9, 9. Okay, 10. We go down. Yes. Whew. And moving to our abs. Okay. Now, let's breathe in the air in our stomach, like full air into our stomach. And now we're gonna exhale and and push the tailbone into the floor. And now your stomach stays flat and nice. The air is out. Take a block and squeeze the block with your thighs. Again, with the squeezing. Sorry, guys. And make sure you do not let your stomach flow with full of air. Okay. Maintain this vacuum kind of feeling in your stomach while you're doing this exercise. Now, from here, I'm lifting up, moving down, and 2, 3, 4. You see how little of range of motion I'm doing here? Make sure it's flat and nice. Squeeze the block while you're doing this. And 3, 2, 1. Good. Now, you can take the block into your feet. And again, try to make sure that you not let the air flow in your stomach. So while you're doing this exercise, it's not like this. And here as well in this exercise, we're going to round our legs, okay? What I want you to do here is to do small movements, okay? Again, the story about our ego staying on the other side of the door, okay? Because usually my girls like to do like this. Not all of them, but some. And you see what happens to the stomach. You're doing great range of motion, and the stomach is floating with air at some point. Now, we do not want to let that happen. So we want to let our stomach stay flat as possible in smaller movements. And all the while through this, you're squeezing your tailbone into the floor. 3, 2, 1. We're just switching direction. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Last one. 6. Okay. Whew. Great. Now, moving forward, what do we have? Okay. Okay. I think we are ready to move to our hips. So, and when it's about the hips in my classes, we always take the 90-degree position with our legs. So, okay. Here I'm taking the block just to make sure that my knee, block between the heel and the knee, so the position does not change. But you want to be cautious here. So you want your shoulders and hips facing towards your front leg. So if you feel a little bit doing like this, make your angles a little bit, tiny bit smaller so you can actually turn. Okay, here. Shoulder blades down, back is straight. Make sure you do not let your stomach float with air like this. And we move forward. 1, straight back. 2, 3, 4. Last one, 5. Towards the knee, towards your foot. Stay in your lowest position where the back is straight, towards the knee, towards the foot, towards the knee, towards the foot. Last one, towards the knee, towards the foot, to the center, and coming up. Okay, now I'm going to take one more block and put it underneath your knee. Let's start with the external rotation. Okay, so the foot is going to stay onto the floor. Your position does not change, and we go up, lifting up the knee. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and hold up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. The hold up means you are holding your end range, okay? You're trying to strengthen the end range of this position, okay? Place the foot underneath, the block underneath your foot here, and the knee comes up. 1. Oh, sorry, the knee stays down. Internal rotation in the hip joint, the foot is lifting up. 1, 2. If it's too difficult with the block, you can always take the block away, okay? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and we hold our end range. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. What I forgot to say, it's important that the foot is in a flex position. Once you flex the foot, make sure your toes are not flexing as well. This is my problem. So if you see I'm doing this, it's because sometimes I'm not aware I'm doing this. But once you're flexing the foot, try to make sure your toes are relaxed. The foot is in a flex position, but the toes are relaxed, okay? Now we're gonna move to the other leg, open up, and move to your 90-90 into the other leg. Make sure your position is nice, that your square is facing forward towards the front leg, okay? Back is straight and moving down. 1, 2, 3, 4. Stay down towards the knee, towards the foot, towards the knee, towards the foot. 2 more, towards the knee, towards the foot. Last one, maintain straight back position towards the foot, to the center, coming back up. Okay, place the block underneath your knee, foot stays into the floor, and we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and hold up. If you feel like cramping or it feels very, very huge discomfort in your hip joint capsula, it means that the range is a little bit too big, okay? It means that you're not actually engaging, you're starting to compensate. And that means you have to change a little bit your angles as well. Make them smaller, make them more approachable for your abilities at the moment, okay? For your joint abilities. Lowering down, place the block underneath your foot. The knee stays on to the floor. Internal rotation into your hip joint. We go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hold up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and hold, 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 hold. Lower down. Okay, great. Whew. Yes. Now let's move here into this position. Now, as you can see, we're a little bit already closer to preparing ourselves for our middle split. So by the program today, I intend you to give middle split exercises. Then we're going to do the active hamstring stretch. Then we're going to do the last middle split exercises, after which we will stretch the middle split. Then we're going to do the last front split exercises, after which we're going to stretch the front split. And afterwards, if some of you want to do again the front and middle split stretch, you can actually do it if you feel like it. If you are a beginner and you're just starting with this, then I would not suggest to overdo it in this workout. Okay, what I'm going to do here, sit in, like your feet are in the line of your mat here, okay? But you're in your widest position, and if you can, you sit closer to your feet. If no, you sit further away from your feet, but your feet are here, right in the line of the mat. Now, from this position, straighten your back, and we're gonna engage the hip openers here, and just pulse out our knees. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Keep them open, engage, and from here we're gonna try to extend the legs with through the line of our mat. If you feel that the feet are closing while you're extending, sit a little bit further away. So you have this line where you're kind of aiming for, extending the legs through the line, okay? Now, quads are engaged, feet are flexed, close in, move here to the line of your mat, open your feet, open your knees, and try to extend from here through the line. So you want to engage those hip openers while you're extending. Otherwise, you will not be able to extend the legs through the line. They will move closer, okay, if you're close to your end range. If you're not close to your end range, you'll probably not feel the engagement. And we're closing in, quads engaged, boom, open, extend, closing in, open, through the line, extend. So now the last two, I'm feeling like I can try to push myself further, so I'm going to sit a little bit closer to the line here, okay? And I'm going to try to open my legs there. Open, through the line, through the line. And what I would like you to do this, notice in these exercises, that once we were doing this 90-90 exercises, you probably felt that one leg is a little bit stronger and the other leg is a little bit weaker. And here in this combined exercise, you will probably notice that the weaker leg tends to kind of move away from the line. So my weaker leg is the left one in the hip opening part, is specifically in internal rotation. The leg is weaker, the hip is weaker. So right now I feel that once I'm trying to hold that end range in my external rotation in the hip joint and extend the legs through that end range, okay, I see that the left leg is a little bit worse. So that is just for you to notice what is happening in your body, okay? Because we all have some kind of asymmetry in our body, which means that some parts are stronger, some parts are weaker. And you should be aware of that, okay? So working through these kind of ugly and hard exercises can help you actually know yourself better. So we're gonna do the last one. And open, push to your through your end range. Great. Stay in your straddle. Stretch aside. Try not to lift your butt bone from the floor. Going back. Stretch the side. Going back. Reach. Stretch to the front as far as you can go, but make sure the legs stay to the line and that your knees are not collapsing in like this. Okay, hold the external rotation back straight and see how far you can go with connecting your palms if you can. If no, then just the fingers. And trying to push through that position a little bit. Coming back up, closing in. Around your back, relax here a little bit, stretch. Great. Okay, moving to controlled articular rotations in your hip joints. Shorter to say cars. So take a resistance band, hopefully not too difficult band, put it underneath your knees. Okay, here you're gonna need one block, and you're gonna put one block under the knee. Okay, and right now I'm gonna work with the knee that it's not under the block. On your elbows. Okay, we're gonna do one move on 4 counts. Okay, that means 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, but I'm not gonna count as fast as right now I showed you. And you push your leg here as far as you can, and you work in your end range. Rotation through end range. With the resistance band, it's a nightmare coming true, okay? It's very difficult. So if it's too hard for you with the band, just take the band off, okay? Just make sure you're actually trying to reach and strengthen that end range, okay? If try to start with a weaker band, it will help you to reach that end range, okay? So, and we go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Remember about the stomach, we do not do this. We engage and we control. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Last 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're switching. Open up. Doggy is trying to pee and rotate while doing this. And 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 more. 1, 2, 3, 4. Last one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Whew, this is very hard. I hate this exercise, but still I keep doing it. Oh my God. So, okay. Switching on your elbows and the other leg, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Floor. 4. Try to breathe. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Last one. 2, 3, 4. Switch. Open up. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. My right leg is so much stronger than the left one in these ones. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Last 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. Last one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, wonderful. Oh gosh. So, okay, moving to our hamstring active stretching, and then middle splits, and then front. Like I said, this class is going to be longer than hour and 15. Probably hour and a half in the end, but it's okay. So since we're stretching the both splits, all of our body has to be like prepared, because the splits are tremendously challenging, actually, if you look at it more deeply. So right now we are going to take the blanket or a towel, okay, blanket or a towel, and we're going to roll it up, and we're going to put it underneath our tailbone. So the blanket, if you feel it's difficult for you to lift up your butt, to hold your butt onto the floor, you need to make the blanket more flatter, okay? I have quite the arch in my lower back, as I said before, because this is my neutral position in my spine. I have this lordosis, so my blanket is not very flat, because you want to fill that gap. We all have it more or less, but well, of course, some of us don't have it. Those of you who do not have any kind of arch in your lower back, you might not feel the need for the blanket at all. But those of you who have the arch, any kind of arch, a normal arch, you might feel the benefit of the blanket. And a belt would be needed, or something to reach your legs here, because in this exercise now, when I'm reaching the leg, this is as far as the leg goes, to not lifting up my butt. If you want to lift up your butt, of course the leg goes further, but if you want to hold that butt into the floor, then the leg is somewhere here. Now, for you to see the difference with me excluding the lower back in this stretch, my stretch is here. Once I'm taking the blanket away, my stretch is here. So you see the difference, right? Hopefully you see the difference. So, okay, keep the butt into the floor. If you cannot reach the leg, please use a belt or something to hold that leg, because we want the knee to be straight. We want to engage our quads. It's not a passive stretch, it's an active stretch. So you want to engage your quads here. Leg is strong and straight, and just stretch it here. Keep breathing, maintain butt into the floor. Your position while you're lying is also as important as the position when you're standing. What I mean by that, your posture, okay? So make sure your shoulders are not close to your ears, okay? Shoulders away from your ears, your back is straight, your neck is neutral and long, your head is onto the floor. Now from here, we're gonna extend the other leg a little bit above the floor and hold that leg strong as well. You can flex the feet or point the feet, whatever feels better for you in this exercise. Now, probably you will start to feel the leg is starting to shake because we're holding it actively in our end range. So it should be shaking actually, if you're actually working from the bottom of your heart here to maintain the hold in your leg. Now, I'm going to make it more difficult for you guys. We're going to let go the leg and we will try to hold it there without any help. So great, right? And now we're gonna try to pull this leg towards us without moving the other leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Reach the leg, lower the other one. And now we stretch. Usually, if you did this exercise like in the way what I would like you to do, you would feel the leg is coming a little bit closer. Okay, do not let the butt lift up from the floor. And now from here, you can let the butt come off, then put it back. The other leg is coming with you, okay, but it's not like lifting up. It's staying where it is. Right now it's on the floor. Since I'm lifting up this leg, I make the leg comes off from the floor. So I'm kind of shifting the weight back and forth. Keep breathing. Okay, butt moves back into the floor. Lift up the other leg again and hold, hold, hold. Just holding, no pulsing. While you're holding, you're trying to pull the leg closer. Without the pulse, you're just trying to pull it closer. Yes, your abs are working here as well. Try to pull the leg closer. Make sure your stomach does not fill with air. Pull, pull, pull. And boom, reach the leg. Bend the other one. Take the blanket out, extend the other one, and now enjoy your stretch. To make sure your knee is straight, you will need a slight engagement in your quad, because if you relax your quad, now I'm relaxing. Not sure if you can see it, but you see this micro bend? It's there. It's present. If you want to make sure, get rid of this micro bending, especially if you're doing pole, you have to remind yourself to engage that quad. Okay, and usually it's easier if you point the toe, but you can also flex the foot and engage if you wish. See what works better for you, okay? Just hold a little bit longer, a little bit longer. Enjoy the stretch. The other leg is onto the floor, okay? Boom. We're relaxing the leg slowly, and we have the other leg to work with now. Yes. Okay. Reach. Butt is into the floor. The other one is right now bent because that's easier. Make sure your butt is not lifting off from the floor. You have a nice balanced position. And now extend the leg a little tiny bit above the floor. Okay, and let's stretch. Engage that quad. Make sure you're not micro bending the knee. Keep breathing. Keep breathing. And let go, relax, and we pulse 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Reach, relax the other leg onto the floor and stretch. Make sure the butt is into the floor. Breathe. Keep breathing. And let your butt lift up, then move it back. Lift up, move it back. Lift, back, lift, back. Two more. Lift and back, lift and back. Pull the leg closer. Now we're letting go. We're gonna hold. And 1, 2. Remember, you're trying to pull the leg closer and maintaining the butt into the floor, making your quads so strong to be able to stretch your hamstring. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yes. I always can move closer the leg after this active stretch. Now move the blanket away and enjoy the stretch without the blanket, which usually, mostly, is a lot deeper. Your leg moves further away, and enjoy the stretch. Yes, a little bit longer, just a couple of seconds more, and slowly relax the leg. Good job. Good job, guys. Whew. Yes. Breathe a little bit, drink, and we're moving forward. Yes. So, okay. While we're relaxing, we're going to prepare ourselves for a middle split. So, I enjoyed this garland position very much. So, hopefully you will too. Make sure you're on full feet. Okay. Knees are pointing out. You can help with your arms. Just make sure your back is straight here in this position. If you have trouble with the garland position, you can always use some kind of support from the wall or from a pole. So once you're moving into your garland pose, place your feet a little bit wider than your hips, okay? And your knees are moving out. And you are just trying to move as low as you can and hold to something. And just use your elbows here. So the pole will give you support to stay, or a wall, or whatever you can hold on to, okay? To give you the support to get it a little bit higher and still be able to push the knees out rather than doing this. I see this very often with my girls. Always try to correct them. So you have to feel comfortable in this position, okay? Now we're going to move on to one toe. Push the knee out and lift up. Those of you who are holding something, you just move onto one toe and rotate, okay? And the other one. Push and lift up. Great. Now we're moving one knee into the floor, the other one moves out and back. One knee to the floor, the other one moves out and back. Okay, if you feel like the floor is too far away, you can always use the block to be a little bit higher. You don't have to touch the floor with your knee. Just make sure your upper body, as you can see, is not moving. Just the hips, just the legs are not moving along. I'm making sure that my hips are working from one side to the other, okay? And again, I'm trying to do this as wide as possible, to push the knee out, to be close to my end range. And stay here a little bit, but I'm not relaxing here. I'm actually engaging the hip openers, because if I'm going to take my arms away, my knees are going to stay where they are. So this is how you want this exercise to be, rather than if you're taking your arms away and your knees are falling in. Engage all those knees out. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax, extend. Good, 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 good. Now we're moving into our frog position, 90-degree position through each leg. Okay, I'm going to show you this from the side. Feet are flexed here. And I'm going to move into a frog, okay? But what is important here, you move in, try to feel your end range. Your end range is the position which you can hold without too much of a pain. So you should be slightly out of comfort zone because, well, it's your end range, but not too much, okay? So how can you check it out? If you feel like you went too deep, you will not be able to move in this position. You have to be able to move in this position at least a little bit without, of course, the stomach, okay? Make sure you're not filling your stomach with air, okay? And if you feel like you cannot moving here, just move a little bit close to your knees, all right? I'm just trying to find the angle in which we could work. Okay, probably here, facing you, okay? So now we're moving a little bit, feeling kind of nice, okay? It's stretching a lot, but it's not too painful. You should not feel that something is breaking inside of your body, okay? So, and we're gonna do a very specific exercise on the percentage of your effort. So that means now we're going to try to engage the inside of our thighs, the muscles that are helping us to close the legs, the adductor muscles, okay? Those muscle groups. To do that, you have to push your knees into the floor, like you're trying to close your legs, but an actual movement should not be happening, just the effort of the movement, okay? You're trying to close. And while you're trying to close, make sure you're trying to relax your butt, okay? Relax your butt, because now you're trying just to work with the inside of your thighs. The feeling, it should be like you're trying to squeeze the knees into the floor. If you feel the need to lift up your feet, that's okay. We're going to work this exercise with 10, 20, 40, 60 percentage until 100% effort, which is like the maximum. It should be the maximum. And then on 100, we will hold for 15 seconds. And right away after that, we're going to move open, and we're going to engage the opposite muscle group, the hip opener muscle group, and we're going to try to move deeper with engagement, not through movement, with engagement, 100% effort right away on 20 seconds, okay? Okay, I hope you understood. So let's start. Now we're trying to squeeze the legs together here, 10%. Go harder, 20%. 40%. Keep breathing. 60%. It is already more than a half of what you can. 70%. Push more. 80%. It's almost close to the maximum. 90%. Very close, guys. 100%. It's the maximum what you can squeeze. And we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Last one. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax, dive in and squeeze the opposite muscle group. Now your glutes are squeezing. 100% effort, 20 seconds. And let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And if you can, try to extend the arms. If no, just stay there, okay? And I'm going to show you this from the side. Hold. Squeeze those glutes. Squeeze the glutes. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Great. Relax. 5 seconds. Do not squeeze anything. Just relax. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And now slowly come out. Slowly, slowly, slowly. Okay. This exercise, if you're really trying to do it with everything you got, is actually really, really cruel. Okay. But adult people who want to get their splits, you don't want the passive stretch, you want the active stretch. You want to feel the engagement. You want to be aware of what's happening in your body, okay? Because you're trying to move over what you can do. You want to move over your end range. So you have to be aware where that end range actually is and to strengthen it. And afterwards, your body will let you go further. Without that, going further is kind of risky, especially if you don't have the background of some kind of sports. Okay, so from here, next exercise, and then we're going to go and dive into our middle split, is take the blocks and put the blocks underneath your legs. You can put the blocks closer to your butt if you like. Not if you like. Well, actually, if you will not be able to lift up your butt from the floor, you need to put the blocks closer to your butt. Okay, now from here, I'm going to point my toes. Engage those quads. I'm going to lift up my butt and hold 3, 2, 1. While you're lifting up, you're actually trying to open your legs as well. So you go up and open. 3, 2, 1. Make sure your stomach does not fall out and that your back is straight. 3, 2, 1. Once more, make sure do not fall in front. Try to maintain the position up as much as you can. 3, 2, 1. 4 more, and then we're holding. 3, 2, 1. 3 more. 3, 2, 1. 2 more. 3, 2, 1. Last one. 3, 2, 1. Come up and let's hold. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. From here, moving into our middle splits. Those of you who are already close to your middle splits, you can move into your middle splits from this position and stretch here, okay? Those of you who are not very close to your middle splits, you want to go into your splits through the up position from here, okay? Blocks might be needed. So you want to move into your splits with your feet open, knees trying to face up, and with your back straight, of course. You move as low as you can, not too low, okay? You can always go lower. We're going to do this for 2 minutes. So therefore, you want to actually be able to hold this position. And then put your feet onto the floor. Make sure your back is straight. I'm going to show you this from the side, not here. Legs should be straight. You don't want to feel the stretch in your knee. You can feel it, but it should not be painful. Like you should feel the stretch. If you feel the pain here or in your knee, how it's called in English, I forgot the word, but you understand. That means that you should come back up. Make sure your position is in order before you go deeper, that your hips are open, back straight, okay? And this is where you're stretching your split. So you want to feel the stretch here rather than pain here. The stretch, not the pain in your knees as well, okay? So, okay, go into your splits and the countdown has started. 2 minutes, guys, and then we're moving into our front split. And then your suffering today will be over. So, countdown has started. Sit in your splits and enjoy. I'm going to move like this because it's easier for me. I'm always putting the block underneath my stomach in the middle splits because that feels more comfortable. And I take the block out always on the second minute to feel a little bit better, that I'm not breaking myself, that I'm actually engaging the position better. So if you're a little bit higher up, closer to your end range or in your end range, You should feel that you are controlling the situation. If you're over your end range, you cannot control. Are your knees straight? Are different parts of your body starting to hurt? So that means you went a little bit too far, okay? You want to maintain control, okay? Ooh, 45 seconds left. Keep breathing and hold. 30 seconds left. Keep breathing and hold. 20 seconds. Two minutes is necessary. Teach yourself to hold the split for 2 minutes. If you're a beginner and doing this the first time, of course, 2 minutes will be too much for you. Start with a minute, then add a minute and a half, and then you get to your 2 minutes. If for some of you, you are super advanced, you can hold longer, fine, that's okay. You can hold longer, but 2 minutes, that's a normal time that usually I use in my stretching class, and you're done. Whew. And closing in slowly. This feeling with closing the legs is very close to an orgasm. It feels really, really nice. Okay. So, since I'm so over time as always, sorry guys, I hope you will forgive me for making this super long workout. I'm just wanting to show you how it looks like if I'm stretching both splits in one class. It looks like this. Well, in my class, when the girls want to stretch both splits, I always cut out half of the exercises we did today. But those exercises are very important and done consistently because we want to stay healthy, we want to stay strong. Okay, let's do this with the right leg in front, moving closer to our front split. So now we're going to start with a deep lunge position. Make sure your chest is open and this part is engaged. So now here, I would like you to put your palms onto your butt, like we did in the camel pose here, the same here. Engaging the same things would be engaged in the camel pose with the tuck and with the glutes, because you're pushing your hips forward and moving your chest back here. Stomach, engage. You do not want your stomach to fall out, okay? Keep it strong. And this is how you want to move into your lunge position, okay? And stay here. If you can move your palms here, but I like to enjoy this one because it makes sure that my upper body is not moving here. Because when you move here forward and forward and forward, you lose the stretch in your pelvic joint here, in your hip flexors. But you want to stretch this part. First of all, because it is very tight for most of the people. Second thing, the tighter this part is, the more you will probably feel your lower back hurts in some occasions, or when you're lacking movement, your lower back starts to hurt. For most of the people, it's not just because, but it's also because this part is shortened. So you want to work with opening your hip flexors and maintaining that position. And while I'm talking, we're already holding this position, which is good, okay? So from here, if you can, you move a little bit further away with the front leg. If no, just stay where you are. Now, I want you to feel the engagement from the front leg. It's not like I'm just sitting and collapsing in my lunge position and just feeling like, oh my God, when is this going to end? Okay. I'm actually engaging this position with the pushing off from the front leg. See, when I'm starting to engage hamstrings and actually push off, hamstrings engaged, I'm coming a little bit up. Yes. But I'm also able to arch back a little bit more. And my lower back hurts less or doesn't hurt at all. So you want to work with both legs. This lunge position is not passive at all because I'm using the front leg to push. And to open here a little bit more. Yes, it looks like I came up a little bit higher. So what? I feel the stretch much deeper now here. And it will help me to move into my front split a lot better because I'm pushing from the front leg. Keep pushing from that front leg. Now let go. Push, let go. Push. You're not pushing yourself up, you're going back, okay? Last one. Push, go back, push, go back. Great. Now from here, we're moving to our pigeon pose. And then we're going to do the front split with the right leg. Pigeon position, active, of course. Unfortunately, nothing in this class is passive or good, maybe for adult stretching. I think it's very good. So now we're going to move the leg in 90-degree position, and we want to close this hip because we again want to stretch this part because we stretch our hamstrings already like a lot. Now we need to focus on the other part that's always intense in our front splits. This is hip flexor, and it might be your glutes as well. That's why we want to go through the pigeon pose before we sit in our splits, okay? 90-degree position, active. Place your arms in front of you in your shoulder wide position. So here, we will lift up the other leg. And as you can see, the hip is looking down, okay? I am looking down. I'm not here, okay? To do that, you might need to close this angle a little bit, tiny bit, okay? 90-degree position might not work for everyone. So you might need to close this a little bit so you can actually feel that you can lift up, hold the position, your square is facing front, and actually feel a nice good stretch in your front leg glute, okay? So we're gonna hold for 30 seconds, lift up, engage, straight leg, guys. Make sure your foot countdown has started. Make sure your foot is not collapsing outwards, that you're actually placing the weight on your first two finger pillows. Toe pillows. I'm not sure if that's correct, but I hope. Yes. Engage that position. And hold. 3, 2, 1. Now lower down the leg. If you feel like closing this hip feels like, nah, it's not gonna happen, girl. That's why we have a blocks. We take a block, we sit on block, we close the angle, close the hip. Here, boom, that's it. Or you can put the leg closer to you to close this hip, okay? And we reach with the same arm, like this. Open shoulder, palm, the bottom of your palm is on your toes, close. And now we stretch our front part of the foot, our shoulder even, and also our quads that we're working hard today. Before our front split stretching, we need to make sure that everything is ready for us to go into a split. Because we are not children, unfortunately. For children, it's easy. They don't need to warm up. They're just sitting there, splits, and they're happy. Like, Mom, look what I'm doing here. But we have to warm up. We have to teach our body to be prepared for these extreme range of motions that we're actually aiming for. Okay, our 30 seconds are up. And now after this, right away, we're going to move into a front split. So if you're not having a split, those of you who are having a split, you can just extend the leg and boom, you're in the split, okay? But those of you who do not have the split, I would suggest you to move into your split from your lunge position. Okay, so the same engagement like we were in the lunge, boom, here, and just extend the leg. And this is your split. My students already know what to do. Live students, they sometimes take blocks and put the blocks underneath the front leg like this to make sure this is not happening. You want neutral position for your spine. That means you want your hip flexor to be stretching as well. Otherwise, you're creating a twist in your lower back. While I'm talking here, I hope you're sitting in your split because the countdown has started, okay? Minute and a half each leg, and that's the last thing we're doing today, okay? Of course, we have to work with the other leg as well. So, okay, 1 minute to go. Now, from here, if you will add an arch, or whatever arch, if you're creating a twist and this part is not stretched, your arch will look like this. That is the first reason why, for all of the students, I suggest to focus on this leg so the hip is not externally rotated. But it's also not too much internally rotated. So you have to find the neutral position of these two. So you can actually put your square to the front and engage your split. Keep holding, keep sitting. 20 seconds. I hope I'm counting the time right. Really hope so. If you don't trust my time counting abilities, you can always put a timer on your own. Front splits you can do for 2 minutes. I'm just doing a minute and a half just to actually, because at some point this workout has to end. So, but you can sit in 2 minutes for 2 minutes. Why I'm making this workout? You can actually take parts of this stretch workout and use it on your own. Take some exercises out. If you want to create a quicker workout, you can also take some exercises out and move right onto what you want to have stretch at the specific day, time, or workout. Okay, and we're slowly coming out. Also, if you want to stretch just one split, it's easier for you. Just skip the hip exercises. If you want to stretch just the front split, just the middle split, just do the middle split exercises, okay? Or just go to any kind of workout that I have in my channel as well, where we have separate workouts for this. But here we have some exercises that some new exercises as well, trying to add some new stuff as well. So putting the blanket underneath my knee so I feel more comfortable, okay? The foot is active, the leg behind is active. Remember what we did before? Tuck, engage, push your hips forward, and this is how you move into your deep lunge position. Okay, hands behind. And enjoy the stretch a little bit to feel how deep can you go. And right away, start to work with your front leg. Push with your front leg, create an arch. Feel the engagement from that front leg. It's helping tons the other leg, okay? The balance between, it's very, very important. And move down. Push, inhale, hold. Let it go, exhale. Push, inhale, hold. Let go, inhale. Push. Let go. And push. Let go. And hold a little bit with a slightly pushing off from the front leg. Hold, hold, hold. I already feel that the front leg is starting to shake a little bit because it's pushing a lot. It's working a lot. So if you feel that something is shaking, it's good. It means you're working. It means your body is trying to push to the edge in this engagement. It's very good. 3, 2, 1. Nice. And moving to our pigeon. Yes. Remember, the position you're in is very important to feel what we need to actually feel here. And let's go. The countdown has started. Lift up the knee. Remember, the position is very important. Remember, the leg has to be straight. Your foot does not collapse here. You can push a little bit back. This is how you will go even deeper. 10 more seconds. We hold this position. Breathe. And Yes. Lift up the other leg, reach, and stretch your quads alongside with the front leg as well. Make sure your square is forward. You're not to the side, but you're trying to close in and look forward. If your butt is lifting up from the floor, that's okay. If you're sitting on the block, that's also okay. You need to now focus on your quad. 5 more seconds. 3, 2, 1, and let go. Yes. Now moving into your front split from your lunge, or move in your split away. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The countdown has started. Sit for a minute and a half in your split position. If you're in your lunge position, if you feel like you're extending the leg, moving through your lunge position in your front split, okay? And it feels like your back is collapsing, you cannot control the position, you cannot hold it. You go back to the lunge position, bend the front leg, sit in your lunge for as long as needed to actually engage the front leg, straighten the leg to hold that position, because you don't want to hold your split here. Once you stretch the legs, you want to be able to be here, so you have to stretch the hamstrings, the quads, the hip flexors. You have to make sure that you're working with your chest opening, shoulder opening, that you're actually feeling engagement. And the interesting part, if you're strong enough, if your body is strengthened enough, if you have thought about the positions and thought about aware progressions, you will not get injured along the way, first of all. Second of all, you will probably feel better in these positions when they come, when you go deeper. Wait, I'm trying to count how much we have left. 30 seconds, I think so, yeah. Let's sit for 30 more seconds. Try to maintain your body position up. I know it's difficult. But do not go to your front leg. Do not round your back. Hold your position 15 seconds. Breathe. Enjoy. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Congratulations. You have succeeded both split, stretch, and mobility class. Whew, great. Now, if you feel like it's nice, then you can stretch the middle split once more, and then the front split once more, if you feel like it, okay? But if no, we will cool down all together. We need to relax our back. So we can move into this position. Your feet over your head. Or if this does not feel comfortable for you, you can always relax your back in your kind of square position. Yeah, here. And if you feel like it's not comfortable for your back or for your head, you can always put the blocks underneath your knees, or the block underneath your head here to relax. Because here all you need to do is relax. And right now, finally, we're going to breathe in our stomach, relax our diaphragm. Deep inhales, long exhales, and slowly roll down and through one side, coming up and sitting like we started this workout. Now you can cross your legs with your comfortable leg in front, okay? Again, through exhale, gonna stretch slightly the side. Inhale to the other side. Come up. Relax your head. Inhale. I'm breathing so loud to create intention for you guys to also breathe loud, breathe strong. Inhale, coming up, and while we're exhaling, we are making sure our neck is long, our head is light. You can shake it out a little bit. It's light and easy. Your shoulders are away from your ears, your back is straight. Make sure you're not engaging your stomach anymore, but make sure it's also not falling out too much. Okay, back is straight. Try to make sure that you're relaxing your feet. Okay, you're not trying to relax your feet, relax everything, but hold the position, the posture. Nice, good posture. And right now we're gonna go deep, deep inhales, and we're gonna exhale on 10 counts. Okay, I'm gonna count, you're gonna exhale. Okay, inhale deeply in everywhere you can exhale, in your stomach, in your ribs. Inhale. And now we're starting to exhale on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hopefully your breathing out lasted for these 10 long seconds. If not, you can try to do this once more. Inhale and try to exhale on 10 seconds. Keep your head light, keep your back straight. And thank you guys so much for joining this class today. As I said in the beginning of the class, this recording will stay open for you guys, okay? And I really, really hope that the donations of you, those of you who have already donated, thank you, thank you, thank you very much. Really, really appreciate the support from whichever part of the world where you are. And those of you who are watching this after the live, hopefully you will try chip in and donate as well to the people of Ukraine who are right now are in a very tough situation, but they're holding strong. They're doing their best, and I think it's very important for us here, wherever we are, to support. And thank you if you have donated already. Thank you for joining this class. Thank you for stretching with me today. And thank you so much for your trust. I really, really appreciate this. And have a wonderful day. Goodbye, guys.